Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. And today I'm going to be showing you a clear-cut guide to Haudenosaunee semi-FF, which is a semi-fast fortress, which involves two key things, 15 tomahawks and 4 Kanya. And I've managed to get one of the best Haud players in the game to provide me a replay in action of this strategy, and it's against my good friend Sheikh here on the other side, playing as Aztec, which, you know, he rarely plays, so it's very interesting to see that. But we are going to be focusing on Kevin here, playing as Haudenosaunee, of course. And guys, Haudenosaunee, fantastic civ. With the upcoming patch coming in as well, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with changes to the gather rate on trees and stuff like that. I think they're going to be a very good civ. But the semi-FF guide, essentially, you're going to be wanting to gather up your crates, just like Kevin is doing right here. And then you can see that he's using the travois here. If we put his vision on, he's using the travois simply to scout around the perimeter of his base. And he's going to be putting down a house with this. It's called a longhouse, I believe. And he's going to be using that to put it down. And all you need to do here, as you can see, Vils are currently chopping here for some wood, and he's gathering food here as well. And I believe that he is going to be going for a TP as well, which is kind of what you need to do a lot of the time when you do open up with Haud. It's very good to chop for that TP, but make sure that you do have a few Vils on food as well. You can see here the travois here is going quite far out, and it's just helping to explore. You don't have to do this, guys. You can just put it into your base. It's kind of more of a pro level or more advanced level for players who want to play Haud. So you can see 200 wood has been gathered, and boom, Vils are off of wood straight onto food. Everyone's on food. Make sure you've got good herding, relatively close to the TC. You know all that kind of stuff. And then we're just simply going to be gathering straight up to 800 food when we're ready to age up. Something that I stupidly forgot is, of course, your first card. You're going to be wanting to go for 3 villagers, and that is going to be your first card option. And of course, something else that I've forgotten is to obviously show you guys the deck. So this is Kevin's deck that he's using at the moment. This does look a little bit different to how I normally see a Haudenosaunee deck. So by all means, just copy this. There are a few things in here that are unusual to me, like the 3 travois card here, but majority is pretty standard here, guys. Copy this deck if you haven't got one for yourself, but if you do have a standard deck, that can be used as well. Just make sure that you do have this crate card in your deck. Okay, so Age Up is now on the way, and the choice is going to be the Wise Woman. And you can see here now, villager-wise, we've got majority moving over to wood now, and a few still left on food. If we have a look at Kevin's vision, we kind of want to keep it on Kevin's vision for the majority of this. And you can see that his explorer here is just taking out a couple of the pets that Sheikh has managed to convert. And now a market is going down along with a tribal marketplace. Now, the market here is going to be crucial to get your upgrades. And you can see he's actually building a double marketplace here. That's going to be really useful, obviously, to gather coin. You can't gather coin without it with Haudenosaunee, so make sure that you do that. And you can see, once again, just the macro majority are still on wood. And the age up is nearly there. Okay, something interesting that Kevin's done is he's basically used the wood that he's chopped to build a market. He's getting hunting dogs from it. He's used it to, actually they're free. He's used it to build another longhouse for population, and he's already pre-built these tribal marketplaces, so they're ready to gather coin for when we need to age up into the fortress age. And now you can see the war hut has come out, and along that with the wise woman you do get some food and coin and wood crates, so it gives you some resources. And this war hut is in a nice spot here to defend. It's nestled amongst the tribal marketplaces in the market, so make sure you do that. First card is going to be 5 villagers straight into 4 Kanya, and there's a lot going on here. So I'm just going to quickly pause. What we are seeing is 5 vils first to ensure that you have that extra economy to enable you to gather the resources that you need to be able to get into Fortress Age. The next card is going to be the Kanya Horseman. That's going to be used to potentially raid, annoy the opponent, hopefully get them to play in Age 2 longer so you're in a better position when you're going to be getting into Age 3. And this right here, the Haudenosaunee Scouting Party, this is a big button that you can get from your war hut. It costs 500 food and it gets you 5 tomahawks. So what you need to make sure is that between Age 1 and Age 2, when you've split your vils on food and wood, please make sure to have the food available for the big button. Now, the age up with the Wise Woman is going to give you some food, so it is going to help you with that macro. Just make sure that you have 500 food available so you can immediately get 5 tomahawks out, and then you can start training your first batch of tomahawks. So already we are going to be at 4 Kanya, 5 from the big button, and then we're going to continue to train 2 batches of tomahawks, which, quick maths, 15 tomahawks and 4 Kanya. And that is the name of the semi-FF. So you can see Kevin is just using one of his vils as well to get one of the herds in. It's very important that you get your next herd in because you're going to be a little bit vulnerable to rushes and stuff like that, and you don't want to lose vils. So make sure that you get them to go further out afield and bring hunts in. For example, bringing this one in could be another choice for Kevin as well. And you can see, boom, he's actually 1 down. That's kind of awkward. He's on 9, but ideally you want to be able to get 2 batches of tomahawks and then your big button one as well. And you can see now that he's just adjusting his macro here. 4 Kanya are going to be coming out very, very shortly. There they are. There is the final batch of tomahawks that are going to be coming out in Age 2. And this is what he's doing. He's going over and he's going to start to siege. Well, obviously, Shake is currently sieging his, but he's going to try and challenge whatever pressure there is with the troops that he has. And he can also siege opponents' TPs. It's a really good time to do that. Don't overcommit. You don't want to lose everything. You do not want to lose like all of your units that you've got out. Another 5 tomahawk has come out now, and boom, look at that timing. Perfect timing to be able to now get the next card. And this is going to be the card that's going to help you get into Age 3. And it's the 800 mixed crate card, 300 food, 300 wood, and 200 coin. So just try and think about your macro, think about what you need to get into the next stage, and gather the coin appropriate for it. You do need to gather quite a bit of coin. So you're going to need to make sure that you gather 800 coins, yourself, because you're going to need 1,000 in total to be able to age up from 2 to 3. And of course, you're going to need your food as well. So just make sure that you're macroing the best you can. This is the main part of the strat, guys. If you're a bit behind and if you spend too long trying to get the resources together to be able to get into Age 3, it's going to really delay the strategy. So make sure your macro is on point. Make sure your gathering is on point, your timing is on point. And we can see here the mixed crates have arrived. And Kevin is just getting ready. You can see everything starting to come into play here. He has got a little bit of spare wood here, which is great for him. He could use that to build another house because he's starting to get quite close to his population. And he's managed to siege Shake's TP, and he's also managed to fend off Shake from destroying his TP. So he's done a pretty good job here. And now he's getting into the position to get into Age 3. Okay, now we're ready. 1,200 food and 1,000 coin. And the age up is going to be with the Messenger. And this is the fast age up. So make sure that you use your fast age up for Age 2 to 3. Don't use it Age 1 to 2. And we can see here that what is he doing? He's using some of his Kanya here to distract the opponent whilst he's aging, because he is the most vulnerable right now before he gets into this age. So just make sure to do that. Don't lose all the Kanya. Try not to lose them. I know that it might happen as you're learning this guide, but this kind of opening and build order, you can see here, he is trying to get... I don't know why he trained that 1 tomahawk there. Potentially forgot to put the batch in. Once again, we all make mistakes no matter what elo we are at, no matter what level we are at. There is the Age 3 coming in, and there's a lot of units here from Shake. Quite devastating. A lot of coyotes, slingers, and also some spearmen as well. And he's going to be putting a corral down, which is a stables. So it's quite good to have a stable and a war hut, have those different things. And immediately the first card is going to be 6 Kanya Horsemen with the upgrade for the Kanya as well. So it's really important, once again, that you macro for those things. Very, very important. The engagement is going to be happening right now. And Tomahawks are doing as much as they can against the coyotes. But the slingers are going to be doing some damage here. And Kevin's going to be in a bit of a tricky spot at the moment. But he is now starting to create forest prowlers, which are a fantastic skirmisher unit. This is what you need to be doing. So if you've played Haud before and you normally go age 2, a lot of the time you're thinking about food and wood, food and wood, food and wood. That's what you need to create units. But with this, when you're going into age 3, your macro needs to change. It needs to change to food and gold, with a caveat that you have enough wood to be able to get your upgrade for the Kanya Horseman. Okay. It's very important. The Elite Kanya is a kind of crazy unit. You can see the amount of health it has. It's a crazy unit. And it does a lot of damage in age 3 once it's upgraded. And we're going to see that right now. Kanya are out, and they're going to be doing some decent damage. And behind that, he's going to get even more Kanya. So he's going to go for another Kanya shipment here. He's going for double Kanya, and now with the Forest Prowlers as well from the War Hut. There they are. And the Coyotes here in age 2 are not going to be able to stand a chance against upgraded Kanya Horsemen. And there is the GG, definitive GG there from Shake. So, of course, every game's going to play differently. You might get someone that's going to pressure you a lot more. You might get someone who's going to do the same kind of strategy as you. Just make sure you do the key things that I've mentioned throughout. Make sure that you have the key cards available that I mentioned. 3 villagers, 5 villagers, 4 Kanya. Then with the mixed crate to help you get to age 3. And then, of course, after that, you can most likely going to want to go for Kanya first. Make sure that you macro the upgrade for the Kanya. It's very important. And don't forget that when you get into age 3, you are going to have a travois. You're going to have a travois and you can use it. Make sure to use it to build a corral. So I've said a lot there. Hopefully you guys can learn something from this. This is pretty much the standard 15 Tomahawk, 4 Kanya, semi-fast fortress strategy for Haudenosaunee. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below if you've tried this out, if you are going to give it a go. And of course, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later, guys. Bye!